Hello there. Welcome back to my channel Harobi Gaming. And in this episode of eveechoes, I'm gonna review the Tats 9. Um, recently changed Tats 9 battleships, and this battleships is from Caldari, and this is the main contender for the battleships Typhoon. Yes. Before there's just one missile battleships on the line. Now there is two, and I think this is Raven is more powerful than Typhoon because they have bonus damage, and you can look at the ships of these ships is very badass. Yes. Okay. Now let's do the proper introduction for this Caldari Raven. Yes, this is Caldari Raven. She can equip 2 large drones, 7 high slot, 4 middle slots, which is 1 more slot from the Typhoon, 6 low slots, 3 combat rigs, and 3 navigation rigs. And for the first bonus was large missile or torpedo operation, you can get plus 25% large missile or torpedo damage, which is very nice addition to upgrade your damage, which Typhoon don't have. And the second was minus 25% large missile or torpedo activation times. This is the same, and the plus 25% large missile or torpedo velocity is the same too with the Typhoon. So the differences for the bonus was mainly at the large torpedo or missiles damage, which is have plus 25%. So it is very nice. So you can choose between Typhoon or Raven, but after seeing the bonus, I'm sure we are gonna choose the Raven. But this is still on the beta server or on test server, so they may be changed again at the future after Tats 9 touts, but we don't know that because Raven and Tempest is changed to Tats 9 before we know it. They just announce on the patch notes, and that happened. Okay, and the second bonus was Battleship Command bonus. We can get plus 25% flight velocity. And the differences with Typhoon, they got plus 25% scan resolutions. Okay, and for the status is more higher than the Typhoon, but not at the defense. The overall defense of the Typhoon is 70,000, which Raven is just 61,000. Okay. Now you can look at that. Our offense DPS at 2098.52. And let's go to the fitting explanation. And this will be three session weapon, and we will try with torpedo, we will try with rapid missile launchers, and we will try with large missiles launcher. Okay, now for the first was rapid torpedo launcher, large torpedo launcher. Pitch type large torpedo launcher, DPS about 284. You can see the damage types was 572, activation time about 8.04 second, flight velocity about 2756. So I realize if we use torpedo, I think we have to upgrade the flight time for the torpedo, so it will be faster. Flight velocity, yes, so it will be faster to hit the enemies. And we got 7 of this torpedo launcher. Now for the middle slots, because we have 4 slots, we can equip 2 target painter and 2 web, so we will be more easier to hit the frigates and destroyer. And for the drone, I have MK9 card, which have optimal range and accuracy of like that. It is upgraded by our skills. And now the low slots: micro warp drive, large shield booster, 2 PC type adaptive invulnerability field, 1 KISS type large capacitor battery, and lithium C type ballistic control system. So it is to upgrade our activation time and damage. Okay, now for the combat rigs, we have payloading accelerator 3. This is to adjust our activation time. We got 2 of them, and 1 flight velocity adjustment. Hydraulic pay thruster. So it is to upgrade our torpedo missiles flight velocity. Now for the navigation rigs was this targeting system sub control. This is to adjust our scan resolution, capacitor control circuit, capacitor control circuit. You can look at that with fitting like this. Our capacitor just have a duration about 3 minutes and 42 seconds, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now let's do the first combat demonstration for the torpedo launcher. Let's look at that. Missile's range about 19.85 kilometers, but we will adjust to match our Predator stasis baby fire. So I will set approach at 13. Okay, now let's do it. Warp F0.
Warp drive active.
And I think with this patch, the biggest disappointment is Rock changed to That's 10. Yes, so there is no sniper railguns. I mean pure rail sniper railguns for That's 9 battleships. But it's okay. Okay. Let's hit them. With our ballistic activated, our DPS is rise to 2683 and activation time about 6.53 seconds. Wow. Okay, so it's nice. Okay, with fitting like this, oh my god, the damage is very nice, and we have a lot, very lot damage and good DPS. So obviously, I think on the first, if they don't change the performance of this Raven, I believe this Raven will be more powerful than Typhoon. Our damage was 11,000 to battle cruiser and battleships, which is crazy. We can kill that battleships easily. Okay, now it's very fast, and let's change to the second fitting with rapid missiles launchers.
Warp drive active.
Okay, and this is the second session for this Caldari Raven, and I changed the weapon system to large rapid missile launcher. And here goes the fitting explanation. Yes, pitch C-type large missiles launcher with DPS about 243. I think it's a bit lower than the torpedo, and the damage types too. Its differences is five. I mean 300 in point. It's in its damage types, but if you can see, our flight velocity is almost doubles from the torpedo launchers. Activation time 3.91 seconds. Wow. And missiles range about 46.12 kilometers, which is very nice. So the activation time is crazy for large rapid missile launcher. And what I change again is this. I changed the flight velocity for damage bonus, so we will have more impact to the enemies. Now I'm just changed that for this large rapid missile launchers, and let's go to the combat demonstration for this fitting. And let's warp at 0.
Warp drive active.
Yes, this is truly magnificent ships, and if you're fitting it correctly, you can do everything easily. Okay, this is the second combat demonstration. I'm still set my approach at 13 kilometers. Okay, let's just hit this cyclone first. And if we activate our ballistic modules, our DPS was 2285 with activation time 3.17 seconds. Wow. Our damage was about 4600. Okay, it's not half from the torpedo launchers, but it's more faster, which is more yes, and it's easier to hit the enemy's destroyer and frigates, of course. Boom. Oh, that slicer first. Okay, let's kill that slicer first. Boom. Okay, it's not that hard to kill the slicer. Look at that. It's like missiles, missiles repeater. Yeah, it's very fast too to kill the battleships. And with Raven, I think with Raven change to Test 9, you must invest to, I mean, you must buy the weapon first before they rise up high. Because now I think the large weapon system for missiles launcher is not very expensive, and you can get them. Okay, now let's talk for the next fitting. Large missiles launcher.
Warp drive active.
Yes, that is very impressive for large rapid missile launcher. And the torpedo too. Okay, and there is it. The third fitting for this Caldari Raven. And I'm changed the whole fitting. And let's take a look at the fitting explanation. On the weapon slot, we got PC type large missile launcher with DPS about 280. The damage type is 605. For its damage types, it is very big, and the activation time about 8.65 seconds, and flight velocity about 6,463 ms. Yes, and look at that missiles range. We got missiles range about 138 kilometers, which is crazy. Yeah. So the base activation time for PC type large missile launcher is 16 seconds, and we already cut it by 50%, which is good. Okay, now for the middle slots, I added one more. Yes, one more target painter. And for the low slots, let's take a look at that. Microbopter is still there. And yes, we add hook missile guidance computer, two of them. And as you can see, this is to upgrade explosion velocity bonus, explosion radius bonus, and flight time bonus. And if you looking for upgrade your flight range, you must look at this flight time bonus. So missiles guidance computer is the one who can give you additional missiles range. And the next was Python C-type ballistic control system, and we got 3 of these modules, which is very good. And for the combat rigs and navigation rigs is still the same. Okay, now for the combat demonstration, let's warp at 100 kilometers.
Warp drive active.
Sorry, forgot to mention, I'm changed the drones for MK9 version, so we can have optimal range and accuracy fall off like that. MK9 version is the most farthest drone weapon system out there. Okay, now let's do this. Let's align there. This one is more faster. Okay. Okay, hit them. And what? Target is outside of drone control range. Okay, this laser is really fast. So if we change activate our ballistic modus, our DPS goes up to 3576. That's because the activation time is down to 5.26 seconds, which is crazy. So with speed like that, our missile launcher is just can hit at just 255. Okay, that. Okay, good. The frigate and destroyer died. I don't know what happened with my drones. Let's approach. So our damage to cruiser is about 5,000. Okay. Now let's take a look for battle cruiser damage and battleships. Wow, 11 4,800 from very far range. $12,000. Okay, that's crazy amount of damage. And of course, the battleship is going down very fast. So the large missiles launcher is impressive against large enemies, but not impressive versus smaller enemies. Yes, but for long range damage, of course, this large missile launcher is badass. Yes. And boom, died in a second. Yeah. Okay, that's crazy. Yes. Large missile launcher from long range is crazy and high damage. So that's it. That's the combat demonstration for three weapon models for Caldari Raven. And which do you prefer? Torpedo, rapid missile launchers, or the large missiles launchers? For me personally, I'm still like the torpedo or rapid missile launchers better than the large missile launcher, because they are just so versatile and have high damage and DPS. This large missile launcher is good, but the flaw is still on the frigates and destroyer, while the other weapon models can do better. Okay, and that's it. That's the end of this video. And if you like this video, please press like and share to your friends. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to support us. And if you want anything to be reviewed, just put it in the comment. And maybe next time I will try to review the faction drones and the type B modules and type A modules, because they said um, in this year they will add it after Dead Space updated. Okay, now thank you for watching my video and see you on the next video. Goodbye.